So sorry for the triple dip today, but I'm actually off work today and tomorrow, and I have so many things to talk about. So, I wouldn't expect triple uploads to continue, but hopefully you've enjoyed them. I feel like they've all been pretty different. This one is about the Blaire White situation, her assault by two different people. And I do have some unique thoughts about it. Well, I think they're unique, and that's why I'm making a video about it, because I didn't want to just capitalize on search interest. I want to share some thoughts. So this past weekend, Blaire, and full disclosure, I do enjoy Blaire's videos. I'm not personal friends with her or anything, but I am a fan of her content. She decided to go to some place in Hollywood, I believe, wearing a Make America Great Again hat with her boyfriend, who was also wearing a MAGA hat, I believe. And she was assaulted. Now, there's a couple of housekeeping bits cleaned to clean up here. And that is first, nobody deserves to be assaulted, basically, period. Over political differences is even more frightening. And coming from those who claim to be so tolerant and progressive is even more shocking, to be honest with you. Now, we don't have an unfiltered feed of the video, so I want to put that out there. I don't think they were antagonizing anyone, but by the same token, I think if we're going to be fair and not just blindly support Blaire, we have to acknowledge the entire situation. I saw several tweets from Blaire, as well as I think in the description of her video, saying that, well, we were just down there basically like it's a social experiment, bruh. And we didn't mean to cause any harm. We weren't trying to instigate anything, I believe were some of the words she used. And I believe, honestly, in my opinion, that's a little disingenuous. You went down there to get a reaction. You didn't go down there because you thought everyone would be giving you hugs. That's clear to me. That, however, does not in any way, before everyone crushes the dislike button, that in no way justifies anything that happened to you. You were in no way deserving of any of that. But I think it's a little disingenuous to say, well, I was just down there getting my groceries and I got assaulted. You were at some sort of rally, anti-Trump rally, wearing Trump regalia. Clearly, there was at least some interest in rabble-rousing. Whether or not you interacted with anyone directly, it's really not relevant. It's like going to some sort of Black Pride rally wearing a KKK mask to some of these people, and then saying like, "Bruh, it's just a meme, bruh. It's just a meme." In that same scenario, no, and in no way justifies any attacks or assaults on you, but you did put yourself in harm's way. Okay, again, it's a tough statement to make, but I just feel like it's worth saying, like, you weren't just walking down the street and you got assaulted. You were in a situation where it looked like alcohol was involved, emotions were running high. You were there, in my opinion, to capture some reaction. I think that much would be fair. Whether or not it was like very accepting or very angry, you were there to capture a reaction. I mean, that's why the cameras were rolling. Now, that all said, these two cowards that assaulted you need to be arrested. Now, the level of assault that was committed is clearly not like a jail time thing. It's probably like a simple assault and battery. But, I'm no lawyer. I'm not saying these people need to be jailed because I don't think that punishment will fit the crime. But in the first situation, somebody had stolen the property of your boyfriend and they were attempting to destroy it. From the video footage, it looks like they're stomping on it, trying to destroy it. At the very minimum, that's, first of all, theft and destruction of property. And then when you reached in to get it, they stomped your hand. and that's assault. So we have 3 crimes there committed. 1 by whoever stole the hat, then 2 by the person destroying your hat, and then inadvertently, I think, assaulting you. I think what it looks like is when you reach in to grab the hat, he stomped your hand, probably unintentionally. I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe if you see this video, you can comment below and let us know. But it's the same thing as if I had a knife in my hand. I was like just stabbing wildly, and somebody wait. No, wait. Stabbing. No. If I had a baseball bat and I was swinging wildly, and so I hit somebody in the head, that's still assault. Whether or not I intended to damage them, assault them, I still assaulted them. And that person who was wildly trying to stomp your hat assaulted you. He stomped in your hand, and it looks super painful having your nail broke off like that. Ugh, the pictures are gross. And then we go to the second coward who dumps what looks like to be now determined to be some sort of alcoholic drink on you. This is even more scary to me. I mean, I don't want to blow things out of proportion, but I want to at least present a situation where this is not just a drink, people. Like, okay, let's say, first of all, let's get it out of the way. For somebody who's willing to just pour alcohol or something on somebody, what if that were acid? I mean, what if, let's say even less sinister, okay? Let's say Blaire had some sort of allergy to alcohol, okay? And she broke out into some reaction and died. It's not impossible, right? So now dumping a drink on somebody is, instead of looking for some douchebag, we're looking for a murderer, okay? I know, yeah, but he didn't know that, or he or she didn't know that. They didn't know that they weren't allergic to maybe one of the dyes in the alcohol, something. So that would have been a murder charge. And this is the slippery slope with this stuff. You have a drive-by drink assault, which, like, okay, yeah, slay queen. That's that's great. Little guy. That's, hey, buddy. Like, okay, you could say, like, oh, that's not as, oh, it's just a drink, bro. It's just a drink. Yeah, well, until somebody has an allergic reaction. Now, by the way, in that crime, first of all, you have, I would assume you would call that assault, just the whole drink throwing. But then also the damages to whatever red dye was in that drink to her clothes and hair or whatever. I mean, I think, yes, these are ticky-tack things, but I want to explain why I think it's appropriate that these people are found and turned into the police. Because whether you're pro or anti against whatever particular situation you may be protesting against, violence is never okay. And if this sort of thing if somebody I knew did this sort of thing, I would definitely be against it. Okay, this is not okay. And what happens is these people get more and more violent. First it starts with stomping a hat and accidentally hurting somebody. Then what's next? Or first it's tossing a drink, and then what is it? Tossing a cup full of acid, urine. We've already seen Antifa throwing piss on people, which is freaking disgusting. Biological weapon of just grossness. And like on top of that, I mean, gross. And if these people continue to escalate unchecked, they're going to do something really horrible. So whether you're, in this particular case, pro-Trump or anti-Trump, we should all be in agreement that this sort of assault is absurdly over the line, and these people should be easy to find. It's caught on video. Like, all of the police work is done. They just need to canvas out, put these videos out on social media, and if you were there, if you were one of the people protesting, or you're one of the bystanders, I guarantee you, there's somebody who knows who these people are. And look, they get a stupid ticket. they get a court appearance and they get an assault on the record, okay? And then maybe the one that threw the drink on Blaire has to pay for new clothes. I don't know. She looks like she has expensive taste. Maybe that's like a $500 shirt. I don't know. Here in Wisconsin, we spend $500 on junker cars for the winter. We don't spend that on shirts. But, I mean, in her case, I don't know. What if it was? What if it, I'm just saying that the person that did this should be liable for the damages. And the more times people like this who do these stupid things get caught and get some sort of consequences, the less they're going to happen. Especially, you have to assume that, some reasonable percentage of these idiots are going to go sit the night in jail and think about life. They're going to think about, was that really worth it? Gosh, I threw a drink. I thought I was a edgelord. It was so funny. And now I have this on my permanent record. I have a marijuana charge on my record from when I was 18 that's still at least a little embarrassing. And it made me change my behavior for a little while. And, whether it was a Hillary or Democratic or a Republican supporter, this sort of behavior really has no place in the political sphere, in civilized society in any way. And that's why these two people need to be identified, not harassed, not whatever, but they need to turn themselves into police, or they need to be identified and the police need to issue tickets. And Blaire, if you're watching this, I know it'd be easy to say like, yeah, I'm over it. I don't want to press charges. I don't want to do any of this. You should, okay? Because these things need to have consequences. And if we keep, it seems like, if people in the center or even slightly right leaning, we keep saying we're above all that, we're above those tactics, they're just going to keep doing it. And I've said before, I feel like my audience on this channel is much more aware of things. Like I shouldn't have to like constantly say, well, this goes for both sides, but it really does. If I saw, a Trump supporter assault a Hillary supporter, I would stop it. And if the police asked me who they were, if I knew who they were, I would out them, because that's a crime. And that's not okay on either side. And it just makes your side look stupid. And, that's going to be where I leave this. I don't want to ramble on too long, but Blaire, I hope that you see this video. I'm glad you're okay. But also I think you need to be more vocal about finding these people and pressing charges on them, because the more people that get real life consequences for these absurd actions, the less likely the next one is going to be to happen.